breaking rules on the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Oh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during the night, but in the morning.
Good morning and welcome to Michelle's Life on Repeat. I'm Michelle. I have chronic illnesses. I try not to let that get me down by keeping my hands and my mind busy. And one of my favorite things to do is to enjoy my orchids. And I wanted to share with you some of the orchids that are currently in bloom. These are some of the most recent purchases I've made. I'll do my best not to hack their name. The first one in front of us is a Wilsonera Fuego Ideal. And this one is quite beautiful. When you water it in the mornings, the smell comes out, it's a tropical smell. It's quite beautiful. Hopefully I'm not spinning it too fast. But she really is quite beautiful. A little waxy in thickness to her. She likes to be wet and then dried. And just right before she's completely dry, she likes water again. She's been flowering for at least, I'd say a month, about 4 weeks. She likes it in the lower, cooler areas. I keep her on my coffee table, or actually on my back table that doesn't get direct light, just the indirect light. She seems to enjoy that the most. Next, we have one that's been around with us for a while, the Phycalanthe, there she is, Kryptonite, with the white undersides and the pink maroon fronts. Let me see if I can focus a better shot. Her flowers are more delicate. I've noticed a few of them falling off, but she's taken her time and given us lots of days to enjoy her. She doesn't have any smell. She's of the lighter leaf textures, so she would burn easily if she was in the light, but she is not. She sits next to my other one I just showed you, the Fuego Ideal, and she just gets indirect light. She's still in the moss that she came in. I didn't want to disturb her roots too much, and this was probably 2 or 3 months back. She's got a new growth, you can see here, and then again on this side. She's growing really well. And I just like to keep the top moist with this. I can see lots of roots growing in there. And I think, although I love growing in bark, she's doing well. I might just leave her in the moss. And let me show you the next one. This tall one you've seen since May. She is my Pink Sonia Dendrobium. She is a hardy plant, likes to be just standing straight and tall and at attention, doesn't take any fuss. She is still in her moss that is wrapped around her, and I lightly water it maybe once a week if she needs it, and keep the fan blowing near her so that it doesn't get stagnant, the air. But let me give you a close-up of Pink Sonia. She's a dendrobium. She lost one of her early leaves a couple days ago. Let's see. She had 2 on her oldest cane, and one of them dropped off. But she's pretty sturdy. These are all solid. And she had 5 buds when I received her. 3 of them blasted and fell right off after I repotted her and brought her into my house. But these 2 are still shining bright. She has no smell. They're a soft, well, they're kind of a waxy thick there, and then it's a soft pink here. She's just beautiful. Every time my mom comes over, she goes, "Did you get a new plant? I really like that one." So I think I need to find a second pink Sonia for Mama. Let me show you my next one. This next one is another dendrobium. Look at that. That's a lime green color. It may look yellow on the camera to you. Let me move this other one back. But it's maroon and lime green. And I think all of them except for one is almost popped open, and then that would be the last one. Let me find the best view for you. Let's see. Here is the one bloom yet to pop open. It's working its way up top there. These don't have any smell. They're dendrobiums, so they like to be watered when they're dried, and they enjoy the bark. I've never had a problem with them. She sits in my east-facing window. This is the media I have it in. Bark, perlite, some charcoal. And it's pretty humid at my house, maybe 40 to 50 degrees normally where they sit. And when it gets hot, temperatures go up a little bit. She's being watered about every third day. This last beauty is a Beverly Blush. And that little bud has so much smell. It smells like cinnamon. And it's growing every day. And the smell gets stronger in the kitchen. I can smell it. Can't wait for her to open up. You notice in the back there, she has a little, let me see if my finger's tracking. There we go. She has a second bud that's forming behind this one. But she's up on my kitchen window. Doesn't get much light. I mean, doesn't get any direct sunlight, but she gets light. And she still has some moss and bark mix. I didn't repot her fully in there. And I'll be eager to see her when she's opened up. She's been in this budded stage since I got her, but she has tripled in size. That bud has tripled in size over the last 3 weeks. Here we have an update of the replacement plant that Hauserman sent me, one of the orchids that I had bought. I think it was the Secret Smile, just kind of fell apart on itself. Leaves dropped and roots dropped and everything. So they sent me this new one as a replacement. And as you can see, she's getting her buds to pop open a little bit. I don't know if you can see, they're not too big yet, but she's got 3 spikes. The third one being the smallest up front. And I keep her on top of a little like pastry crock inside of her bowl, and on really hot days I will fill that with water so the humidity is like a humidity tray for her. Her leaves don't touch the water, she just sits above it. And this one is the one called Phalaenopsis Purple Zebra. Where's he go? Let's see. Okay. Purple Zebra. And let me show you the back where her roots are growing. I've been misting them with water, these aerial roots, and they're getting longer, and when I pull back these, all these roots are nice and strong and growing. So I'm excited that for Phalaenopsis, I haven't murdered her yet. Woohoo! She might be my first one that actually buds for me from a purchase. From purchase to budding, there is possibilities in my house. In the distance, you'll see some other Phalaenopsises that are my Trader Joe's. I have to keep some color in my house, so I buy them already bloomed. And she's a pretty one. I'll get close to her. No name, no ID that I'm aware of. But there's one there, and I have one behind me. This one is one of my favorites. Again, they're from Trader Joe's. It has no ID, but look at how many branches have branched off on that. I've never had a Phalaenopsis that branched. I've seen them, that they exist. I just love that vibrant color. And then I have one more I'll show you. This is another one from Trader Joe's. It has the stripes down the middle of the leaves. No ID, no name, just pretty. So that is my world of color right now. Upstairs, I don't think I have anything that is colored out in bloom yet, but I will show you as soon as I get some. Lots of roots growing. So hopefully going into winter with new roots, I'll have some beautiful orchids to show you in a few months. And of course we have the two buds that came out on the Victoria Regina. It is still in bloom. It is still just as beautiful and purpley. And she goes up and has some sister canes growing. So hopefully next summer we'll have a lot of purple flowers. From the colors inside my house to your house, I wish you well. I wish you peace. I hope and pray you find joy today and beauty today. And if you can't, well, some days are like that, huh? Keep searching though. Keep looking. Don't give up. You'll find something beautiful if you try. Until we talk again, bye-bye.